My name is Ryan Holsapple. I have a PhD in psychology, and I'm working on a new book. It's called Care, A Journey Through Marriage, Love, and Health Crisis. In this book, I will basically walk through the process whereby my lovely wife became bedbound with a terrible disease. And through the process of her being bedbound, I became a primary caregiver, a power of attorney, and a major medical advocate. This event, to say the least, turned our whole lives upside down. Her having been bedbound for the last few years now, I have learned a lot about how to live life meaningfully, how to work through struggle with grace, and how to pick myself back up when I fall down in the struggle. This book is my memoir, my attempt to tell the public what I've learned, what I've struggled with, and where I'm going from here. I believe it's all well and good to have a PhD in psychology, but really the true PhD in psychology is learning from life. That's where all the juice is. The conceptual information means nothing if it's not applied. So this experience has really tested my knowledge and whether or not it's truly wisdom or just information. So this book, I'm going to start sending it out to agents within the next month or so. And I'm really hoping to find a major publisher that will honor, celebrate, and believe in the impact that this story can have on the public, specifically those who might be facing their own health crises or life issues that have challenged them to grow in major ways and let go of their expectations. Expectation is a major theme in the book because life throws so much at us that thwarts our expectations, and how to grow through letting go of certain expectations, doing the best we can with what's in front of us, and basically being forged by the fires of life and using those fires as a tool for our growth is the core of the message. But obviously, there's a tenderness, there's a grief, and there's a humanity in this message that is basically saying, look, there's nothing about this situation that's easy. There's nothing about this situation that's desirable. And yet my wife and I are in love, and we're loving each other through it, and we're in this together. And we are, through the power of Jesus Christ, rising above it. And that's the last theme of the book, is how I found Christ through these challenges. And I was never a religious person. I was never somebody who would have thought of myself as a Christian. In fact, if you would have tried to convince me of Christianity, I would have laughed, because it's just another made-up, man-made religion, like any other religion, that has obsessively mythologized itself to this crazy degree, and now people are just believing it because they need something to feel better about their lives. But, I have learned through this experience, not because I went to church, not because I found the Bible, but because Jesus grabbed my heart through encounters energetically, and I knew it was Jesus. And then that led me to being Christ-led and ultimately becoming a Christian. And I'm a very philosophically minded person. I'm somebody who challenges myself to think exceptionally clearly. And I would never accept a superficial, fundamentalist picture of Christ, right? It has to be deep. It has to make sense. It has to be coherent. And so in this book, I will also bring the reader on the journey of how my encounters with Christ have guided my heart and my mind to understand my life differently, to live with more courage and love, and also bringing in a sophisticated philosophical approach that nestles the Christian worldview within something far more nuanced than maybe you would think if you were just imagining Christianity as this superficial thing. So anyways, that's what the book is going to be about. My learning right now with Christianity is largely engaged through the Orthodox Church. I am an inquirer. The Orthodox Church has been around for thousands of years. It is probably the closest thing to what the early apostles of Jesus Christ were doing. And that's why it's intriguing to me, because if I'm going to follow a tradition, I want to get the clearest picture of what that was intended to be in the first place. So at any rate, that's what I'm up to. Wish me luck.